everyone, and welcome back to Fractures of Reality. In the last session, we all made our way to Lundrak after defeating a mad scientist who has found his medication, so he's doing better. Jezebel caught and saw a certain member of the Rogues Guild. There's a dog barking outside. A certain member of the Rogues Guild that they really shouldn't have, and they spent the day running around.
I've seen the forbidden fruit.
God.
Meanwhile, Charlotte has started to prepare and gather the materials to assist with making her robot, and a few other shenanigans happened, which we won't get into here. Because Cicada has something they want to do first.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I can actually find Burton again, because I think he was the one who gave us those quests, those jobs.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I just
But,
probably around somewhere.
you instead find Jezebel, who recently saw Burton finally leave, saying she would regret this.
Oh,
So Jezebel?
Jezebel looks a little out of breath, a little sweaty. She's like her hands on her knees and she's trying to catch her breath.
Are you okay?
She tilts her head over to Cicada and she tries to smile between like panting and she goes, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just had the run of my life."
You wouldn't happen to have seen Burton anywhere, have you?
Her, she immediately grins and is trying very hard not to laugh. As while she does that, she does like cough a little bit because she's still trying to catch her breath. And she's
dear.
like, "You, that's who actually I've been running from this entire time."
Oh. I'm guessing you weren't able to talk to him about our last job.
Not yet. In fact, he might be a little mad at me this time.
Oh.
What'd you do?
Oh, is Clara with you?
Yeah, Clara is there.
Oh, okay.
Actually, at the end of last session, Clara found you and
Oh,
told
that's
you
right.
that
That's
thing. So she's currently present.
Yeah, you just found out that Cicada has a father.
Right.
Older
My bad.
figure.
I forgot you both are there. It's a secret, she says as she just tries to hide her smile and then sits straight as she somewhat catches her breath. And she goes, "I may have gone a bit too far in my pranks.
Oh.
And it's something I was not quite supposed to, so he's not too happy with me at the moment."
Oh. I guess talking with Burton can wait. Let's get you back to the house.
Just a bit, especially to prepare. She says that she actually looks nervous, but she actually has a smile on her face.
Oh.
Prepare for what?
The moment that Clara says that, all of you, including Charlotte, Woodward, and everyone, feel the ground below you rumble.
Isabel kind of freezes as she like bites her lip. She goes,
What was that?
Maybe nothing?
Did anyone else feel that?
I did.
Oh dear.
Okay. Does it seem to be coming from any particular direction?
It's coming from a bit of field that is round about where you parked the Mins 2. You park Mins 2 over here near where the fields are, for farming.
Oh, hell. And Korax is gonna start taking. Korax takes off towards where they left F. Mittens 2 at a sprint.
Oh, hi, Korax. Where are you going?
And probably preventing a theft.
Eh, maybe
Jezebel
we
kind of tenses up as she maybe we should follow.
Yeah, I agree. Here, let me
Chlora
help you.
follows.
Thank you, dear. And I kind of lean in and I whisper to Cicada as long as Cicada can hear. I may have gotten us into a little bit of trouble. If worse comes to worse, I may have to turn myself in. Just so you know.
What?
Just leave it at that.
What
She
did
says,
you
and
do?
I really cannot say, dear. If
Oh
need
my
be, I will. But
gosh.
for now, let's just go see what that was. Come on,
Oh
come on.
my gosh. Okay, we're flying over there. Okay.
Are you strong enough to carry her?
Uh,
Oh, you just cast fly on her. Okay.
yeah, I can cast fly on her easily.
Yeah, I thought you meant when you said fly, you were going to carry her. Anyway, as for Clara, I'm assuming you're already running.
Mhm.
So, Charlotte. Now, again, I'll be cutting back to your stuff next week because I'm sorry, I just didn't have the time. So, you've had a lovely date with Raichi. You've gathered the materials, and you're making your way back towards the island when the rumble happens.
Okay.
You can see the rest of the party is booking it right towards the mittens.
Where am I at?
You would probably be with Raichi and you'd probably be, I'd say, maybe around here, looking at the antiques, getting some knickknacks, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So you saw them run right past.
I would just motion Raichi and say, well, let's check. Let's see what's going on.
Alright. So you all head to the flying island.
Yeah.
Alright, let me move everyone's tokens over. So, you arrive, and the ground rumbles again. And this time, you can see it almost bulging as something starts to rise out of the ground near Mittens 2.
Not stopping and drawing my sword, charging straight at it.
So, you all watch as the ground breaks apart and a long, large head pushes its way out and turns on a swivel towards you guys. Its blank and fierce gaze locks onto you, and it opens its mouth and begins to roar. Honk.
Oh my god.
Roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Oh, I knew it. Owie.
What?
No.
What in the world is that?
Roll initiative. Remember to click on your tokens.
There's no world.
Also, this isn't taking place in the city, it's just, this is easier than moving you to another map.
Yeah, I got that.
Myself and Jezebel are still flying above.
It's bigger than even, it's taller than even you guys are flying.
Thing is ginormous.
You've only seen its neck at this point.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Okay, what is this? What's going on, and whose fault is it?
Isabel grimaces but tries to stay quiet.
Data shrugs. She has no idea.
As the large bird rises out of the ground and slams down 2 webbed feet, a figure emerges from top of the head, and you see that it is Burton.
What?
He calls out, "You can still turn yourself in, Jezebel."
Stop
Everyone looks
dead.
at Jezebel.
Korak stops dead.
Ryu just slowly turns his head to look towards
Yeah.
Jezebel.
Everyone just slow turn.
Do the two,
What
please.
did you do?
Jezebel again kind of bites her lip, trying very hard not to smile, but also flinching and seeing everybody stare at her. And she goes, she kind of gives a small awkward shrug. She goes, "I may have seen something I wasn't supposed to."
My gosh.
Elaborate.
She glances at the Burton. She goes, "I probably shouldn't unless I want to make things worse."
Yes, if you tell... Burton shouts down, "Yes, if you tell them, then they have to undergo the treatment as well."
Wait, what? And
Uh,
Korax looks at Burton. All right, everyone, calm down. And Korax is going to cast Calm Emotions on everything present.
You can't reach them. They're like 200 or 300 feet up in the air.
Right,
The
okay. Burton, maybe you'd like to explain this now.
She saw something she shouldn't have seen and has chased and has had me running around the city trying to grab her so I can erase the memory.
Yeah, Jezebel kind of looks across and gives a shrug with the awkward smile. She goes, like I said, I saw something I wasn't supposed to, and he wants me to turn myself in. I thought it was kind of funny, so I kind of ran, and now he summoned this thing."
My gosh, Jezebel.
How important is it for you to know whatever it is you saw, to remember what it is you saw?
Enough to where that threat that he gave, he'd also have to erase your memories if I told you.
Well, enough of this. Enough of this talking, and it's clearly not helping. So I'm just going to start knocking you guys unconscious, and then I'll drag Jezebel away by force.
Oh my
And that's all the talking you get done. Corax, it's your turn.
All right. Well, good. Well, if he wants to try and knock me unconscious, good luck to him. I'm going to, and I'm going to quicken cat. Wait, is he? Okay, quick question: is he within melee range? Is the goose within melee range?
The goose is, but Burton is not. He's I think 300 or 500 feet up in the air.
How big of a goose is this thing?
It's pretty dang big. That's just its head.
You're going to fight the goose?
Well,
let me put it this way.
This guy summoned a kaiju. I'm absolutely gonna try and fight it.
Let me put it this way. It's the size of a Trask.
Oh my god, it's huge.
That's a lot smaller than many people think, but sure.
It's the size of a city, basically.
Well,
Ryu just has his sunblade out and goes, "I don't know what's going on, but I don't feel like getting knocked out in some untitled goose game."
boo.
Well, I'm still waiting for Corax's turn.
Yes. So, all right. So, 2 sorcery points to. let me check this. Okay, yeah, he is out of range, but the goose is not. I'm gonna try something evil.
Okay.
Okay, so strike those 2 sorcery points first of all. I'm not gonna need those. All right, so I'm gonna cast command on the goose.
Okay.
Command betray.
Oh no.
So, a wisdom save, you say?
Yes, a wisdom save.
Okay.
He needed to make at least a 16, so that fails.
Okay, well, it's not its turn, so Cicada. I mean, is that your turn?
That is my turn. Oh, actually, wait, well, one moment. Okay, now it's my turn.
Alright, I will ask this just one time, Clorax. Are you sure this is the command you want to do?
Well, I wasn't until you said that.
I'm only asking this once.
Okay, change from betray to submit.
Okay. Cicada.
Oh, jeez. Okay. How tall is this thing? Like,
300, 500 feet?
oh my god, flying up to the head is gonna be impossible.
I almost want to go so far as to assume it's about the size of the astral dragon from last campaign.
Jeez.
The fact you guys are willing to fight this thing instead of like turn me in is actually really sweet.
Isabel, this is all your fault.
Don't get me wrong. Hey, it should be noted, Burton attacked first.
Right, I'm gonna try and fly up as far as I can. As high up as I can to try to get to the head, which is about 120 feet.
Alrighty.
But I'm probably still not high enough to reach Bertrand with what I want to do. So, do that. I could use a bonus action to teleport another 20 feet up into the air. So I guess I can just do that.
That's 60 feet.
60 feet, yeah.
So,
That
yeah,
would
if it's 300 feet, yeah, you could be up there next turn.
Yeah, next turn.
Alright, well, make. Alright, well.
I'm flying. Sorry.
She's not
Alright.
on anything.
Alright. You were concentrating on the fly spell for Jezebel. But I'm assuming Jezebel landed. Either way, make note of how far you've traveled, okay?
Okay, so that's 180 feet, so I'm gonna write that down.
Yes. Anyway, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Flora.
Clara is going to, let's see, range of that command. She is going to bless everyone in her immediate vicinity except Jezebel. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. That'd be 3rd level. Actually, wait, no. Mechanical Dragon, 4th level.
Okay.
I do not think Shiva's here.
Oh. Okay.
3rd level then.
You are right by the Owlcats. If you wanted to, Neku, you could call Shiva.
It would take a while, but it's still out of range anyway.
Alright. Is that your turn, Laura?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. It's now the goose's turn. And please, Cat, I'm trying to do it's a very serious and very important combat encounter.
Okay.
Anyway.
Uh,
So the goose
Define important.
why
the goose
is that a fourth? Why is that marked as a 4th level spell?
I actually
What?
counted. It's just second.
Okay, so
What level that I cast it at?
can I speak,
okay.
please?
Sorry.
So the now the cat. I'm sorry. I've had a long week. So the goose, having been compelled by the spell, submits by doing nothing. It ends its turn. Jezebel.
I don't know if I want to be a little shit or just have fun with this.
Doing either of those things is what got us into this mess.
I know, huh? Ugh, sorry, one sec.
Can I
Jezebel kind of.
still-
What?
Continue. Cicada's lagging. Just speak.
I thought that was me.
No.
Jezebel kind of looked up to Bertrand and she just gives an awkward smile and throws her hand up. She goes, "Do we really have to go this far, dear Bertrand?"
I'll tell you what. If you manage to defeat my friend here, I will allow you to keep your memories and will admit defeat.
She looks a bit surprised and looks to the giant freaking goose. And she shrugs. She goes, "All right then, challenge accepted."
He looks almost bemused, as you can tell he has no doubts that the goose is going to win.
Well, this is technically Jezebel's having a pretty fun time with this. She's
Yeah.
like, "Let's see how far we can take this." And
he's having fun too. Like, if he really wanted to capture you, he could have kidnapped you in your sleep.
oh, I know. The fact that he brought this shows desperately Jezebel knows, so that's why she's playing along. So I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast.
Don't rogues have just the fun games?
I know, huh?
What is wrong with people?
So, that misses.
Oh my god. This thing has armor for days.
Remember that you have 3 of those now. Level 11.
Oh, I do. So here.
That'll hit. And that'll hit.
Okay.
Oops, I have snake on. My bad.
So let's see. So don't count snake.
Oh yeah, because we're I have friends next to it. Yeah, you're right.
Snake is only once per combat, right?
One round.
Yeah. So only the 14.
Because I'm a swashbuckler.
Okay. You deal 23 damage. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Ryu.
Hey, Ryu is going to. Ryu is going to. He's gonna sunbeam.
Oh no.
Okay.
Big monster requires big guns, so
Roll it. Alright. So, con save, you say? Wow.
It's a
27.
giant silly goose. Silly goose.
Full radiant damage. Gee.
Alright.
And then Ryu's just gonna call out. Oh, you realize you just summoned in a Tarrasque-sized monster right outside of a highly populated city.
I did?
That's true. Korax actually looks back. How much is there a lot of freaking out happening in the city?
Yes.
Naturally.
Guards are being called and they're starting to run towards your position, but they're still a ways away.
Quickly before they get here, Jezebel says, looking kind of actually like she's having it. Like she's like an excited child playing with a new toy.
Anyway, Ryu, is that your turn?
Yes.
Charlotte.
Hey.
Myself.
Okay.
And I'll run up to it and hit it with my dagger because I didn't get to buy ammo yet.
You did buy ammo. You did buy ammo, so that you're fine to use your gun if you want.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, you got all that stuff done and you had the dead with Raichi. I just want to leave that to after because that way we don't. I want to get this done because Jezebel's thing, and then I'll focus on you if that makes sense.
It's okay. Alright, I'll use my rifle now.
Go for it.
I'll actually just use my bow gun. I'll use the bow gun.
Oh god.
Crossbow. 22.
All right, that'll hit.
I will use jolt damage. So that's just another 2d6.
Okay.
There you go.
So, is that piercing or
That is force.
okay?
That's force. Yeah. Alright, that's it.
All right, correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something a little bit sneaky this turn, and it's
By the
most of my sorcery points.
way, your crossbow shot seemed to get stuck between some feathers and fell out shortly after. You're not too sure how much damage it did.
It is magical. Does that matter?
I'm just letting you know what you saw.
Okay.
But thank you for letting me know that. But yeah, that's what you saw. All right, Wedwood, continue.
Well, that's
Okay, so of action. Okay, so I'm going to subtle cast message to Jezebel.
Okay.
If you tell us what the secret is via mind link, you can and you can just surrender to him, and then we'll remind you of what it was after it's all done.
Reply or do I have to wait for my turn?
You can reply, though. Do remember that has verbal, somatic, and material components. So he would have seen you pull out the wire.
And he saw me pull out a wire. He saw me pull out a tiny piece of copper wire from hundreds of feet away.
That's fair.
Telescope?
I mean, yeah, he does, but I just wanted to mention that just do be aware that
Yeah.
you are making like hand motions with that. Anyway, continue, Jezebel.
Well, no. Subtle spell means no verbal, verbal or somatic components, just the material.
Ah, right. Jezebel.
There's a bit of a pause, as if Jezebel's like considering it. Then she glances like over to Karis and gives us back. She goes, "But where's the fun in that? He gives a challenge, and we might as well accept it. If he, I say me like it says, if we manage to beat the goose, then I will tell you."
Very well. And Korax is just gonna roll her eyes, and honestly, why mess with a good formula like a quicken spell? Korax is just it's like see it stirring again as it goes, and it's just and she's just gonna command again. It's gonna command again. Stay.
Oh, so that's what I did wrong. I was wondering why that was so low. So this should actually be this. Okay. So, just be aware the saves are changing. I accidentally did it. I accidentally put it on there wrong. Just be aware.
Yeah, I figured. The con save seemed weirdly low. That passes.
All right, is that your turn?
That is my turn. And actually, seeing it not work, Korax is gonna back up a bit. Then then that is my turn.
Okay. Cicada.
At 180 feet currently, if I continue to fly up combined with Far Step, which is still active, I can get up to 300 feet.
All right. You make it to the head. You see Burton holding a pair of binoculars tied to some of the feathers. Like he's tied himself down so that when the bird moves, he's not knocked off.
Burton!
Oh, hey. Welcome.
What are you doing?
Proving the point.
Oh my god. Is it really necessary to summon a giant goose?
It is when it's Jezebel.
Oh my god.
Best friends.
You're not gonna stop, are you?
Nope.
Okay, then I guess I'm going to have to force you to stop. I cast Dominate Person. He needs to make
He fails.
He fails. He's dominated. Okay. So what I'm going to tell him to do is to have command the goose to stand down immediately.
You hear him say, "Oh, I can't do that. I have no control over the goose."
God dang it, Merchant.
Well, you can command him to attack the goose instead.
Okay, can you at least tell me that you can stop this goose?
He pauses for a moment and then says, "Well, I mean, that's what the city guards are for."
Oh my god. Alright, fine, you're helping us take this thing down.
I didn't have any weapons.
Why?
Oh, because I knew because I was aware that something would happen, like I could potentially get dominated or something like that. So I made sure to prepare for that potential outcome.
Dear, you should relay this is Bertrand we're talking about. He's always a couple steps ahead. There's a reason why I don't get to hug him very often. He lets me hug him.
Cicada just This Dominate Person spell is not helping, so I just remove it.
Well,
he
I blew half my sorcery points inside my last turn, and it didn't really accomplish anything either.
So when Burton gets his thoughts and command back, he looks to you and then just sort of gives us dashing smile as he says, Tell Jezebel that she's free to give up at any time.
Oh my god.
Jezebel actually gives a glare, like a stern mother glare look. With her eyes squinted, she goes, "Is that a challenge, dear? Fine."
You can't hear this. It's all 300 feet up in the air.
She still narrows her eyes like, I think he's talking about me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send a telepathic link to everybody who is connected and say, we're going to have to kill this goose. And that's about it. That's my turn.
Alright, Flora.
Cora realized that she is uncomfortably close to the goose. Let's see. She's going. She's going to move away from the goose after disengaging, because she doesn't know how far this goose can reach. And then I didn't think that far ahead, so see. Yeah, I didn't think that far ahead. That's all she does. She disengages and moves away.
Okay. It is now the goose's turn. And the goose has a multi-attack.
Oh no.
Of course it does.
Huh?
And it is going to... there is a bug flying around its head, so it's going to peck at Cicada.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wow.
Ow.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that.
Oh, holy heck!
Yeah, I'm already down.
So what happens is, it opens its mouth and just eats Cicada.
Ah.
We're going to
Okay.
get Cicada back, right?
Do you ask Burton this, or are you asking me?
Well, she asks out loud, but Butter probably can't hear us. Actually, she's gonna get shot. We're gonna get Cicada back, right?
So we
She
all
shouted
have
up
to
to
do.
him, by the way.
We have to make a. Yeah. Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
Oh wait, that's just 30 damage? Never mind, sorry.
I was a bit confused that 30 took you down. I thought you had 60.
I thought it was 65, my bad.
By the way, is anyone standing within 10 feet of me?
The goose is pretty big.
I don't see any reason why we wouldn't.
Claire doesn't want to be next to the duck, so she's not.
Okay, just each of you say yes or no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay, everyone who is you get +4 to your saving throw.
Don't
Almost
need
there.
it. Don't need it.
Didn't help me.
Didn't help me. It almost did me, but not quite.
So, just...
That only works against being charmed.
So, that's its turn. Jezebel.
Since I'm frightened, then does that mean I can't attack it?
You can, it's just with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Flora, is Bless still active?
yes. All right, I guess it adds to the things. BC 20. Chlora can't pass that.
Yeah. I rolled max on my bless, but it wasn't enough.
And Jezebel was specifically not blessed.
Jeez, dang.
Alright. And Jezebel, it's your turn.
Okay. She looks a little surprised the goose ate cicada. And even though she's frightened, she gets a little a bit of a frown, and she points. She goes, "Bad goose." I was like, "Bad goose." Spit it out now.
Burton calls out and says, "Again, this can end at any time, Jezebel."
Jezebel just gives him a narrowed look and shoots out more Eldritch blasts.
Go for it. All of those miss.
I know.
For you.
Well, first off, never mind. Ryu's just about like, all right, this is going too far.
Fine intervention. Oh boy.
Alright. So, let's see. So, roll a 1d100. It is 1d100? Yeah.
Is
1d100.
that what
Yep.
is okay?
1d100.
Jeez, no.
And it has to be lower than 11?
11. Yep. It has to be 11 or lower.
Yeah.
Jesus, this is why Hans says never tell me the odds.
Wow. That would suck.
Wow.
Wow. Alex is now avoiding your calls.
No, what happens is you try to call him, but you end up calling Alar instead, and Alar is currently very high.
Oh.
I got this. Oh, hey. What's up?
You're not Alex.
Oh no, I borrowed his answering device. It's really neat, isn't it? Oh man, let me tell you. Oh, I'm getting a lot of calls from you guys lately. He's been really busy, it seems. How's it going down there?
There is a jungle.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh man, oh. All right, I'm gonna hang up now. Have a good day. Click.
Oh,
The hell is that?
I imagine just before she hangs up, Sylvester calls out, Alar, have you seen Alex's answering device?
Oh, no, he lost it again. That's silly, Billy.
Are you high? I swear to the heckin' gods above.
Oh yeah, she's home. Why?
And also on drugs. This is what we're talking about.
Alara actually didn't do drugs.
Ironically, for
Yeah, she takes the answering device and says to Ryu, "Yeah, sorry, you're on your own."
click.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay, so I think let's see.
Knowing Alara, this is not 100% certain, but knowing Alara, she was actually 100% sober and was just pretending it to do it because she didn't want to get up.
She will fake to prove laziness. That is something she will do.
Well,
If that is the case in this scenario, that might not be true.
I don't know, I'm just tossing an idea out.
Uh,
Anyway, the sunbeam should still be there.
just make a con save.
Yep.
Also, hold on. Being blinded just means it has disadvantage on attacking throws, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, that would still hit me anyway. So
So, Charlotte.
Sure.
blink.
And I'm still hasted, so I'm gonna fire.
Go for it.
I will shoot with my gun that does damage. You know what? I only get one shot. Nah, it's not worth that guy. It's a civilian. Alright, we'll fire with the crossbow.
So yeah, really quick, before I forget, Cicada, if you weren't knocked unconscious, you were just pecked.
Oh, okay.
So you'd still be in the air. Okay, continue, Neko.
Oh, that's it.
Alright, yeah, that misses.
Alright, I will fade from distance starting now, I believe that's how that works.
Alright. Thorax.
Okay, so if Cicada is no longer being swallowed, then that changes my turn. I'm going to start applying defenses to myself by casting Blur. Or upon myself.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I am still, I'd say frightened, but I think it's more or accurate that Korax is shell shocked at being screamed at by a giant goose. So,
Honk.
bonus action because nothing that wouldn't likely wait. Nothing that wouldn't likely. Actually, yeah, there is. I'm going to convert a third level spell slot to refill my sorcery points again, and that is my turn. Oh, almost forgot.
Okay, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Cicada.
Oh, gee. Okay. I am going to disengage and fly away.
The goose stares after you.
No, stay away from me.
How far do you fly?
60 feet away.
Okay. Flora.
Clara, who is afraid of giant goose, takes up a shaky hand and takes a couple shots.
The 20,
Last one hits.
the 28th and 29 hit. So you do 2, so 7, 8.
Disadvantage, so I'm pretty sure only the last one.
Oh, right. Yeah, only the last one hits. So you do 2 damage. It is now the goose's turn. And it jumps 60 feet right towards Cicada.
Why?
Because it's a goose.
It's an annoying goose.
It is going to first honk.
Again.
And then it is going to peck Cicada.
Yeah, it's still me. Ow! Yeah, I'm not frightened anymore. Jesus.
Oh,
So, does that mean it lands like right next to me?
yep. In fact, it might have even landed on top of you. It's so large that it can stand with you guys underneath it.
Well,
Whoa.
then I'm gonna go for its ankles.
Jezebel.
Isabel looks a little concerned, seeing Cicada get targeted by this thing. And she does kind of try to look over to her as best as she can to whip her turn that. She goes, "Can we even control this thing if I turn myself in?"
He sort of smiles for a bit and then says, and then he points, and he points to the row of archers that are, standing by on the houses. Right, the Rogues Guild's there and it's ready to help out. Yes, his plan was to throw arrows at it.
Her mouth just opens as she sees the other rogues, and then she kind of looks a little annoyed. She goes, "All this just because I saw you? Really?"
It's about the principle. And then he waves a hand and says, "Besides, if that doesn't work, I've got a plan B."
Principal kind of can help but wonder maybe this hat's gonna look too far because she doesn't want Cicada to get hurt. She really doesn't. But she does want to see how far they could take this up too. So let's see. Do I want her prankster side to keep going, or her actual reasonable side?
Well, it's up to you.
Isabel, I swear to God. I am going to die to a goose.
You may want to come down to the ground, by the way.
I mean, it's not as embarrassing as the time a certain someone nearly died to a birthday slime.
Oh,
So
wow,
do-
that was eons ago.
so does Cicada say this out that Jezebel heard her?
I am pretty much screaming at her telepathically.
Oh, Jezebel kind of feels bad now. She just throws around and she goes, "Fine, fine, fine. Stop attacking my favorite bird and kill this one instead."
So, do you... So,
She gives in. For Cicada's sake, she gives in.
alright. So, Burton smiles, and the arrows fire. The goose turns away from Cicada and stares at the city. Burton looks at this, and then he pauses and goes, "Well, plan B then." And he pulls out this ornately decorated whistle and blows into it. You all hear what sounds like a bird cry, and the nearby mountain, Mount Vython there, explodes with a burst of flame that unfurls two radiant flaming wings and dive bombs down to the goose, picks it up, and then dives back into the volcano, with Burton still attached.
I'm sorry, what?
The next thing you all know, there's the rather nice smell of cooked duck.
What?
Again, Jessica kind of just bites her lip as she just stares, also equally shocked as she goes, "Wow, I did not expect that."
Yes, it was the Vessas.
Also, Conveniently, Burton's no longer here, and combat is now over.
Okay. I eventually just nearly plummet all the way down.
Like, Korax is so fucking dumbstruck. Like, Galatine just clatters to the ground. Her hands are limp.
What just happened?
Jezebel kind of just looks to Cicada, tries to ignore what just happened, and she goes, I'm very sorry, Cicada. I really am sorry. Just supposed to be a little joke. I didn't mean for you to get this badly hurt.
Thing
And
was
to be
going
honest,
to eat me.
I know, I'm sorry. She actually does look pretty apologetic, and she goes, I really didn't know he was going to do that, to be honest. I thought he was just going to chase me or try to sneak up on me.
Uh,
And then she looks at everybody, she goes, I really am sorry. I really did not expect him to go that far. What I saw, I guess, really, really affected him more than I thought it would.
Thanks, Clara.
You're welcome.
That's a third of my health back.
Oh, to be fair, I'm just as equally shocked as all of you at what just happened. Especially on the fact that I am maybe a little concerned. Since
Okay.
you got carried away with that thing.
Yeah, was that a phoenix? Only heard about them in legends.
Is that what that was? Huh.
That was a phoenix.
The cooked goose smell has now become a burnt goose smell.
Yeah.
I thought
Is
those
what
were
just-
only like-
Is the top of the mountain still burning?
It's no longer on fire, but there's a lot of smoke coming out of it now.
That's worrying.
It was a fiery bird.
That
If
just
that
cooked
wasn't a
another
phoenix,
bird.
I have no idea what it was.
Huh, well, she just kind of looks at everybody. She gives another awkward smile. She goes, I am sorry about this, everybody. Like I said, I did not expect Bertrand to go this far. It's just a game.
If you're Jezebel, if this entire city gets destroyed for your game,
To be fair, I thought he was just going to chase me the entire time and I was going to have to dodge him. That's usually how we play. Instead of me chasing him, he chases me. I really did not expect this, so this is not all my fault.
Oh no, it's entirely not your fault. Burton is just
Petty.
I know, yeah.
Extremely petty.
So what you said about it.
Okay, speaking of which, where is that little rat?
I told you guys where it is.
He just looks over at the smoke. She goes, despite the fact he did send a goose at me, I do hope he's okay. He's one of my best contacts.
Should we go in after him?
Jezebel kind of just waves her hand. She goes, I put you guys in enough trouble today as it is. I'll go find him. You all just rest.
Is it going to be safe for you to go in there alone?
Wouldn't be the first time. After all, it'd be just like finding him when I need him for stuff.
No, you're not going into an active volcano alone.
I'm not going in the volcano. I'm going to just scout around. I'm not that dumb silly.
Let me just take a short break before
Like I
we
said,
decide to go in there.
Those of you, just go ahead and just stay and rest. I'll just scout around, see if I can find him. And if hopefully he's still alive, eventually he'll find me. But for now, I'll just go look around.
Okay.
Right, I have a warlock slot. I can spend one
Anyway,
of those.
She just gives a grin to everybody. She goes, "It is though that you all would willingly fight a giant goose for my sake."
We would have until that thing started eating me.
Still, it really is touching. Thank you, dears.
Eh.
And again, I do apologize for the almost close to death situation.
We really need to learn to pick our battles.
Like I said, this was just supposed to be a game. I will make sure to just remind Bertrand before he wipes my memory to know maybe not go that far. Damn.
So, before you decide to go in there, I'm sure you can tell us telepathically. What did you see? What did you do?
I don't think CDs should be sharing if it's going to be wiped.
After everything we just went through,
We
we are-
kind of deserve to know at this point.
She just kind of holds up her hand. She goes, I know, but I'm just saying, Bertrand does have a way of figuring out things. If he finds out you all know, you might be targeted next. As long as you guys don't mind your memories being wiped, I will tell you.
No thanks.
And go ahead.
I want to know what what we and all of those other people in the city got involved in.
Okay, she says out loud.
Clara
Trying
moves
to
away
soothe-
because she doesn't want to know.
I'm telling this telepathically. Can you block us out?
I think you can choose not to send it to me.
Yep, you can choose to do that.
All right. Just respecting Flora's wishes, I shut my mouth and I tell them telepathically. So, as I went to go find Bertrand, he wasn't in the guild, but I got a tempting offer to find out where his home is. For his privacy, I will not say where, but I did find it. I went in to try to find him. Turns out he was asleep. She pauses for a second as she tries, it's like she's biting her lip again, trying not to laugh. And nothing.
But
He
That's
was asleep and wasn't wearing a thing. And I peeked.
oh my god,
You
Jezebel.
saw
So
That's it.
no, you've forgotten that his coat was the only other thing in the room. You know, the hood he wears,
All right.
and you quickly deduced that
Yeah, I was about
there's nothing underneath.
But the thing is, I only saw just the jacket. There were no spare clothes. Nothing, no drawers that looked like they would hold clothes in them. Just his jacket. So, you know how you have a spare change of clothes now and then, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I did not see any spare changes of clothes, nor any undergarments.
Underwear?
None. Just the jacket.
And that's why he was so angry at you, because you saw him naked.
Because
and knew
I
that
only...
he had no clothes under that robe.
Yes.
Oh my god, Jezebel. I swear to god.
I didn't think... I tried sneaking out. I couldn't hold my laughter in. And you can see her face. She actually has her hand covering her mouth as she is, again, struggling to not laugh.
Hey! Jeez.
I was gonna take it to my grave. He just caught me. And I couldn't help but just... I'm always chasing him. I wanted him to chase me instead. It's the game. I didn't think he'd go this far.
Alright.
This has
You
become
deserve to get your memory wiped of this. Just go.
She also forgot to mention that she broke into a private property to do that.
I'm not telling them that.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying I found his home. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I actually broke in. That's
Sorry.
Because then just because Cicada's gonna scold me some more.
You head to the mountain?
Yes, after again apologizing to everybody, I decided to go ahead and go see if I can maybe track him down.
So it's gonna be a bit of a journey to get up the mountain. So I'll I'll just skip ahead, but do know that by the time you get up, it's nightfall.
All right, can I maybe like do it next time because I do gotta go.
Sure. See you around.
Yeah, thank you guys. Sorry I have to leave so early.
Did you have fun?
Problem.
I did. I knew you were. Lala teased me by sending me a picture of that goose, and I knew it was gonna be mayhem. By the way,
This is fine.
I know. Thanks, guys, for humoring me. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Alright.
Get well soon. Okay.
So, is there anything anyone wants to do before we swap to Neku?
I'm taking a short rest. Jesus.
Clara's gonna take a short rest as well.
I mean, outside of combat, is there anything anyone else needs to do before I swap to Neku?
Not at this moment. No.
Nope.
Okay. Then with that, Neku. So, again, I will get you the list by next week, I promise. But for now, assume you got all the parts.
Okay.
Man, I don't even know what this thing does. Raichi holds up a muffler. You know, for a car.
It's a way to change the gas and compression. That's about it.
Wow. So, about that date.
Yeah. No, we got all the parts that I assume we can get here, so I thought we should go somewhere and have an idea in mind. That's it.
Well, let's get to it.
Sure, Charlotte takes Raichi to this fall, and that's about it.
Raichi follows.
Charlotte leads her to this fall, and that's just where she looks to Raichi and says, "Well, this is where I'm thinking. That's it. That'll be a nice area to relax in, just for two of us for night."
You know what we should do? We should get like a couple of wine glasses, maybe a picnic basket, some sandwiches, and you know, a fresh corpse or two, and you know, have a proper picnic.
Wine, you mean blood, right?
Oh yeah,
Alright, I had to make sure.
but mostly it was just a joke.
I don't think they can allow that, yes. They might offer wine, but I'm pretty sure they won't offer the 1 year one.
She just waves a hand and says, semantics. You kill one person and the next thing you know they're saying, murderer!
Right? Who would say that?
She grins. You get it.
So, what's the future? As in, are we just gonna keep traveling?
Well, you seem to enjoy being with them, and I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen once you guys save the world and all that, but I'd imagine we could probably find some sort of workshop for you. You know, so you can work on your stuff. Maybe we can get you, and she leans over and, you know, pours you a drink and hands it to you. Maybe we can get you, you know, something to keep you immortal, so we can be immortal buddies.
Immortal buddies?
I mean, I could always bite you, of course, but you know, knowing how you are, I think you'll probably invent like robotic bodies before that, so I won't need to. I mean, you are a genius.
I wouldn't call myself that, but I appreciate it.
No, you wouldn't call yourself that, but I call you that.
Well, even no matter what, I always feel like I'm always a second-hand product. I mean, even with this parts here, I'm using someone else's work to finalize it.
I don't think that. I don't think that's the case. And Raichi pokes your nose, little boop, and she says, if your grandmother was so smart, why did she never finish this? And I get it, she died, but if she knew she was getting close to that time, why didn't she put everything down? Like, put all her money? Like, she left you some inheritance, right?
I don't think so.
Raichi pokes your nose again, and then she does it again and says, I think she wanted you to finish it.
It just took
Why?
a lot longer than it should have.
Why split up her you said she split up her soul, right? Why split up the soul then? I mean, it's allowed her soul to stay in this world. And, I mean, the robot thing needs a soul to work, right?
Yeah, that is how that works.
And you don't really get along with your, bitch 1 and brat 2. Your parents.
I like that you labeled them that, yes.
So, what if she predicted that outcome and wanted to make some sort of way for you to... And Raichi begins waving her hands as she's trying to work out the technical terms when she's got the brain of a walnut. And she's like, And then she looks to you and goes, You liked your granny, right? What if she wanted to continue, being liked by you? But in the future.
Huh?
Raichi holds her. Raichi holds her hands and goes,
You really only excel at one field of science.
I'm sorry, I'm not... If puzzle pieces, her soul's are the puzzle pieces, and when it's all together, you have the completed puzzle. That's on the box. Yeah?
It's called a jigsaw, yes.
She grabs you by the shoulders and begins shaking you. But what the point is?
I'm sorry, you're not using the words right to use your words.
I'm trying! She's the puzzle you're putting together. And then you two are the puzzle pieces. And when she's complete, you put the two puzzles together, and then you've got the complete puzzle pieces. The complete puzzle.
So I'm physically putting her together and mentally?
Yeah.
That's really extreme.
Raichi's ears droop, and she says, "Oh, so it's not what's happening then?"
Likely is, to be honest.
Her ears immediately perk up, and her tail wags.
I mean, it's really hard to say extremes nowadays. We're flying on an island, for example. That's defying all reasons of scientific knowledge.
So, that's not important right now. So, you're saying I'm right?
I'm saying it's possible.
You saying I'm right about something for once?
I'm saying it's possible.
You're saying I'm right about something for once. Yay!
It is possible.
possibly right. It's still possibly right means it still could be true. Yeah.
Until it's disproven, that is how that works, yes.
She hugs you.
Why do you have strength all of a sudden? You were not this strong in killing me.
I mean, I could turn you into a vampire and then you'd be strong too. Come on. You always used to say it, you know. Fight me.
I stop saying that now for reasons obvious.
She grins a bit.
I will debate it for at least another night if I do not make a good progress on the work, okay?
I think you're gonna have no issues, and you know what? I'm looking forward to meeting her.
Yeah.
You know, she was always too sick for me to really see, so...
Back then, you only made like a gauntlet, which is just a metal thing, and you didn't even, it wasn't even useful for anything, but you sure made a fist out of it.
I used
Even
it
though
to
it weighed
punch the...
in your hand.
I actually used it years later, did you know? When I joined up with the vampires, I put it on. Well, it was a bit small, so I had to remake it. You know, like refold the metal and add new metal so that it could actually fit over my hand. But I had metal gauntlets for a bit while I joined up with the vampires, and I used it to punch my enemies. Because, you know, vampires have regeneration, so I could just charge in and punch them, and it was great.
That is some intense training.
But then I realized that it was kind of dangerous, and if I ever ran back into you, that could probably lead to me potentially dying, which would make you sad, so I decided to be a little safer.
It's fine to be a little bit on the edge every now and then.
Her eyes shine, and she goes, "So you mean I can use the punches again? You know, Fisty and Misty?
Well, no. Well, don't say that.
Fisty and Misty?" She's leaning forward, right in your face now.
You can be fisty misty. For
She makes a sound almost like she's having trouble expressing her excitement. It's like, hey, my mic isn't picking it up. Did you hear it that time?
barely heard it.
Weak.
All right, so you are allowed to do it once against who I deemed.
She sort of pouts a bit and says, "Only once."
Until I judge how dangerous this is, and then I will decide later.
Oh, it's extremely dangerous, but you know what? So is wielding. So is, you know, flying up 300 feet in the air right to the face of a bird. And, you know, your friend didn't, you know, your, cicada, that's her name.
Oh, I thought it was the time rewind.
Oh, yeah, it was, sorry.
We can say
read.
hypothetically, and then I would just reply. So
Oh, yeah.
enough to do that.
Yeah. Like, what if someone, like, you know, fly, let's rewind a bit.
Yeah.
You know, like, what if someone flew up 300 feet in the air right to a bird? You know, the bird's gonna be like, "Ooh, that's a bug, nom nom nom."
That'd be a really big bird, and if they were brave enough to do that, they deserve to be eaten by this bird. Yes.
Well, yes, of course they deserve to be eaten. But I mean, you've heard of phoenixes, right? Have you heard the legend of the phoenix?
Oh no, what's that?
She sort of wiggles in place a bit and then stands up and walks in front of you and motions wide as she says, "Legend tells of a mysterious phoenix that slumbers in Mount Vythan."
You mean the mountain right above us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a few rumors about its origin. Some say it was a pet of the gods. Some say it was created from a forest fire, and some say that there is a whistle that can summon it.
Ooh.
And awaken it from its slumber. And that when it does, and Rashi suddenly gets really expressive and almost like gleeful as she describes this, and when it does, fire will rain from the skies, and we will all be covered in darkness.
Oh. That sounds.
You know, from the clouds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds amazing then. So we were dealing with a lot of like darkness things lately, so yeah.
Yeah, you're right, sorry. But yeah, like,
If I ever do see a phoenix, I'll try and get a feather for you then.
that'd be great. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just their way of describing the volcano that's, up there.
That would be a shame.
Yeah. I mean, phoenixes don't exist.
But yeah, that's true. I have heard sellers of advertising a phoenix feather will be extremely all fake, so
Yeah, exactly.
very common in the Elf City.
Oh, yeah. Like, I met this one seller who was this, I think they were a red kenku, and they were selling their own feathers as phoenix feathers.
Those fiends. I suppose that Kenku did certainly die.
The funny thing is about it, I don't know why they're so fixated on these feathers when you can just go digging for diamonds. Like, we can just go to a mountain, dig for diamonds, and bam, we now have the ability to resurrect people.
Oh my god, why have I not thought of that before?
Because you're not a genius like I am.
You're right. I have never thought about just resurrecting people randomly.
I mean, it's a pretty viable marketing strategy. I have brought you back to life. Now you must pay your debt.
Wow, I could just keep doing that, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could. And we've got a lot. I mean, we're both going to be immortal, so we're going to have plenty of time. Imagine it, and she motions wide. Empires of families that are loyal to us.
You could make an entire city. Heck, and even an army.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
She gives the she holds up a hand for a high five. The nation
on board.
She grins and says, "All right, so we've got our plan for after you save the world."
Oh yeah, we're gonna rule it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy enough.
All right. Well, this has been a rather productive date, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm glad we framed this entire thing as a date and actually talked about future plans. I love it.
Oh right, here, and she pulls out something from her tail, and it's a little box. I got this for you while we were shopping. I might have taken a couple gold pieces because I don't earn money, but you know what's for you.
It's honestly fair, right? If you ever need anything, you want something, just let me know. I'll pay it for you.
Can I get my own wrench someday?
Oh,
please.
I don't want to ask too much.
So, do you open it?
I do open the box.
Inside is a little locket with a hand-drawn painting. Inside the locket, it's one of those heart-shaped ones, is a hand-drawn painting of the picture of you two.
Charlotte stares at this for a little bit, and just a soft smile came to her face, and she puts it around her neck.
Before you ask, no, I didn't draw it. I'm an awful artist.
Now, if you sculpt it, I would agree.
You got me there. And then she gives you a kiss. Because, yeah.
Charlotte returns it. And then she looks out. Well, I think we should head back. And then the rumbling happens.
Yep.
Alright.
And that's the scene.
Veggie.
So, we cut back to afterwards. You know, you've just finished fighting the giant goose.
Everyone's rested.
Charlotte just mumbles to herself, how the fuck did she get all of that correct?
Meanwhile, Raichi is in your workshop, staring wistfully at your wrench. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
I imagine the rumbling happens before they come back.
No, the rumbling happened. This is the aftermath now.
Yeah, I've transitioned to after that, so I'll move you all over to the other map now. Boop. So yeah, Raichi gives a yawn and says, "Well, this has been lovely. Shall we get back to work?"
As always. Though, a bit late for you, so, or early, I guess. You need to sleep soon, right?
I will need to catch a little nap, just because, you know, the sun always makes me, like, it clocks me right out, but I'll be fine in an hour or two.
Well, don't rest for a bit. I'll be back in a moment.
She nods and transforms into a bat and hangs on the ceiling.
Alright. Charlotte heads inside.
By the way, Cricket is still staring at the same fireplace with the crackling fire.
Hey, Cricket.
Hi.
Have you moved yet?
No.
Is there any paper around?
He lifts a hand, turns towards you, and he holds it out, and about 500 sheets of paper appear in front of you.
Ah, good. You're only one short, the one I need.
He stares at you for a moment, and then a single piece lands on the pile.
Excellent. Thank you.
He turns back towards the fire.
Oh, wait. Cricket, do you have a pen? I don't have any pens here.
Could have
Jesus
just
Christ.
asked Cicada.
Jeez.
He slowly turns towards you. Then he reaches into his pocket and hands you a pack of 50 pens.
Oh, great. I might need all these. Thank you. Charlotte.
Like it's even got a little brand, and it's in like a plastic container and all that.
Oh, amazing. It's like it has a Cricket brand logo on it.
Yeah, it does.
My God.
All right. Charlotte goes to the desk and she puts everything on it, and then she realizes, oh, Cricket, do you have a special seat for me?
Good God.
Cricket looks to you and then looks to the dining chairs. Then he walks over to a dining chair, picks it up, brings it over to the table, and then adds an extra pillow on top.
Thank you. You're a lifesaver.
He then walks back to the... He stands there for a moment and stares at you.
Charlotte stares back.
He continues to stare.
Awkward silence.
What? Charlotte is now ready. She brings out a piece of paper. It writes on it, but stares at Cricket. So she moves the chair around now, sits on it, and stares at Cricket as she's writing.
Cricket stands there and continues to stare.
Charlotte will continue doing this for every page.
So
He,
like the morning then.
he eventually turns and begins to walk back to the fireplace.
Oh, Cricket, as you're walking off, can you go give me some food? I'm a little hungry.
You were standing in the kitchen.
Yeah, but getting down from this really tall chair is gonna hurt my legs, probably.
There is a plate of cookies right beside you.
Oh, neat. Thanks. I didn't notice them. Chug goes up to the cookie and eats it.
Corax, as you're laying on the couch, you hear Cricket breathe in and then breathe out.
With so much from the script. I feel so sorry for him.
Cora comes downstairs like after witnesses this. She's like, "What's going on?"
Oh, nothing. I'm just I'm a little hungry, writing some stuff. Don't worry about it. Something big.
Okay.
So, now as for time, this happened at night. The entire thing happened during the night because otherwise Raichi couldn't be outside.
Right.
For us, that's why I'm saying this.
In that case,
So
still asleep.
it's not morning yet. It's probably, I'd say, maybe 2 a.m.
Yeah, Clara's asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bracket. Why are you still staring at the fire so it's cookies. Why are you still staring at the fire so long?
I'm watching the Phoenix.
Oh, did you get a is that what that was over? That was so amazing. These cookies are fucking good. Is that what that bird was over there for?
Rango says, "Thank you."
Oh, yeah. Where do you sleep at?
On the floor.
Oh, I'll make you a bed later for these cookies.
He nods.
Trust me.
I used to sleep on the couch, but then Korax took it instead of his own bedroom.
Ah. Wait, I got an idea. Don't worry. Charlotte gets up from the table or from the chair, walks up and see if Korax's room is actually unlocked.
I doubt Korax locked it, so yeah.
Korax
All right.
has literally never been up there.
Yep.
Charlotte will account for a lot of things in spell slots. She would actually vortex warp the bed till it's down here.
The kitchen is now filled with a chair and a bed.
There we go.
Thank you.
Charlotte goes back and starts writing still. Oh, wait, Cricket. Oh, did you get a feather?
He turns towards you and says, "You can't get phoenix feathers. It's literally fire."
So it's fire, phoenix feathers.
He blinks at you for a moment and then says, "Flame goes out."
Oh.
The moment it is removed from the phoenix, it will just die, as it no longer has a fuel source.
Okay. That's good for scientific reasoning. I'll write down my notes. I'll need 52 page. I need another page.
He turns back towards the fireplace. And then he turns and walks over to you. He places down the 51 pieces of paper.
Nice.
And then he walks outside.
He doesn't want to deal with you anymore.
Thanks, Cricket. You're a sweetheart.
He's so done
Charlotte
with
keeps
you.
Charlotte keeps trying.
So does anyone else have anything they do? Ryu, you see Cricket walk outside and move to stare at the pond.
Long
It's like
day.
super late at night though, so everybody would be asleep at this time.
Oh yeah, are you sleeping, Ryu?
No, he's he'll have gone he'll have been I was thinking he'd be the one that, like, he'd already passed out earlier in the day, so I'd say he'd got up, left the room, still annoyed, and goes outside, sees Cricket, just stands next to him and goes, "Long day."
Yes.
Ditto.
Yep. So what's everyone else doing?
Sleeping, obviously.
Well, the morning comes and Rango has finally moved the bed into the lounge room so that he can start cooking breakfast.
In bed.
No, he moved the bed to the lounge room so that he could cook breakfast.
Ah, okay.
Clara comes down and helps her dad cook breakfast.
There's a lot of paper that's been writing with notes scribbled all over it. And there's also, Charlotte has gathered the mini party. All right, done. All right, now I'm gonna go to sleep. You guys know your orders, Charlotte just says, and she hands them the stack of papers.
They all but little Jez take them and nod. Little Jez glances to Jezebel and then takes the papers.
The orders for your discretion. Charlotte has made an irrationally long-winded, like, note-taking journey for Raichi to follow. These are all instructions. If she does this, there will be a reward for her at the end of it. So it's like take a left at this exact mark, and they're all over the place now.
What?
Oh boy.
This is like a
Yeah.
very, very obscure treasure hunt.
So, Cicada?
The cicada goes downstairs, sees the bed in the middle of the lounging room, and then looks over to see all of these guys holding
They've-
papers and going over.
They've already hopped off and are starting to hide the papers everywhere.
There? She's a little confused about this morning's events.
Little Petal walks over to Cicada and, like, her tail wags as she's holding her papers and she goes, "Oh, hi!
Hi.
Our mother has decreed that we shall help her. And we shall help her." Then she gives a happy smile and heads on her way. Do-do-do-do-do.
Okay.
Oh, one of the papers instruction is to tie to Chlora, by the way. The real Chlora. Is to tie it to her tail.
Yeah.
That is one of them.
Well, Little Petal will probably get that one and go, "Oh, Big me.
Oh, hi.
Hi, can I tie this to your tail?"
Clara looks at the piece of paper and she goes, "Sure." And then she has her tail become thinner at a spot so it can be tied. Something can be tied to it.
Well, the Little Petal ties it and then goes, "Thanks," and then heads off without any explanation.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna go find Charlotte.
But yeah, it's now morning for everyone.
Yeah. Morning, Charlotte.
Oh, morning. What's up?
I was just wondering, why are all of the mini-me's going around putting papers everywhere? What's that about?
Scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt.
Oh yeah, that's why I had Cricket send me 501 pieces of paper for this task.
She
Yeah.
looks over to Cricket nervously.
Cricket turns his head slowly towards Cicada and blinks.
Okay. She turns back to Charlotte. So what's this scavenger hunt for?
No actual purpose, but do not move them.
Okay.
Cricket walks back inside and walks back over to the fire.
I'm going to give all the animals breakfast.
Okay, just don't touch the paper that's next to it. Thank you.
What?
Yep.
What?
I'm pretty sure one of them has them.
There's paper in the apples. What the heck?
Yeah, I had to do that one for a very funny bit.
I'll make sure not to move it, but no promises if Star Child decides to eat it.
Oh, that makes it more of a challenge.
Alright. So once that's done, she's gonna go back and see if Cricket is okay.
He glances over at you. Flora?
Clara, like, while she's working with breakfast, she turns around. She's like, "Why is there a bed down here?"
You just noticed that?
Yes.
You are now just adjusting the bread.
What did you say?
Well, no one answers you, Clara. Regardless, Cricket does turn towards Cicada.
Hey, how are you this morning?
I am well.
Hey, I noticed you've been staring at the fireplace for a while. Is everything okay?
I am watching the phoenix.
She blinks a couple of times. Sorry, what?
He blinks once and then says, and then he turns to look at the fire and then says, "This is a fire. Phoenix is a part fire. I can use the fire to see the phoenix."
You can do that?
He blinks at you again, and then he walks over and kneels down and says, "May I pat you on the head?"
I mean, okay, I guess.
He pats you on the head. "Yes, I can."
Okay. I guess with all those magic stones, you can just about do almost anything at this point.
He eventually stops and stands back up and then says, "I have a gift for you."
What is it?
I have been told it is customary to receive gifts from those who are bonded in a familial way. He then go on.
She's blushing.
He reaches behind him and pulls out it's how to put this? It's a new set of clothes.
Who?
But they're clothes that are so mismatched in color. Like they're basically like he's given you Ryu he's given you something similar to what Ryu wears, which isn't Cicada style at all. It's not what Ryu wears, but it's like very bright blues and yellows.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure I can find a use for these.
He stares at you for a moment, and then he glances to the clothes, and then he takes them back and says, "I shall try again."
Oh. Okay.
Would you please inform me of your preferences?
Oh, well, kind of similar to what I'm wearing now at the moment. Like, some light robes. I like scarves.
He nods and he bundles up the clothes that he made, and when he unrolls them, he's now holding an identical outfit to what you're currently wearing.
Thanks.
He pauses and then says, "I shall try again." And then he bundles the clothes up again, and this time he has an outfit that's similar but slightly different. And this continues for about an hour until he makes an outfit that you actually like.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to do a redesign of Cicada eventually now.
I'm sorry, but I mean, Cricket, he's trying.
He is trying his best, but around the third time, she actually does like it.
Still, he keeps trying, and like, even when you say you like it, he's saying, "I'll try again," and then eventually, again, he continues this for about an hour. And he would continue this, but how long do you let him go, is what I'm saying.
About 30, about like 5 minutes at most.
Alright, so
This is good. I like this.
he pauses, about to scrunch that outfit up, and says, "Are you just saying that, or do you mean it?"
I mean it. Really. It's really good.
He stops scrunching out the outfit and hands it to you, and then says, "Then happy anniversary."
Oh. Thanks, Cricket. Happy anniversary to you too.
That is all.
Okay. Alright, have a nice day.
He turns back to the fire.
I'm gonna try on these new clothes now.
They're, of course, naturally perfectly fitting. I mean, Cricket might have no taste for fashion, but he does know your size.
Yeah, okay. God, I'm just having images of one particular scene in Endwalker, but I don't want to say it. So
But yeah, basically you just went to a clothing store with your dad.
yeah, pretty much.
What about this? Do you like this one? No? Okay, what about this one?
Okay.
So, Korax, what are you up to?
Uh, Korax is watching the etching Mount Vython like a hawk.
So, it's still smoking.
Is it smoking more?
Not any more than it was yesterday, no. Actually, it was smoking more yesterday. Because it was cooking some lovely plump goose. Yum yum.
Of course. Yeah, Korax is a little bit too distracted by that to really get much of anything else done.
Okay.
She's been made aware of a major threat right next to a heavily populated city.
So, is there anything else anyone would like to do before we wrap this session up?
I would like to conclude the hunt. But that's me.
Well, Raichi is currently standing at the entrance and she's just screaming, Charlotte! Charlotte!
Hey, what's up?
You do realize it's daytime right now, yes?
Oh, I didn't notice. Why?
Her eye twitches.
Fire.
Oh, right. I forgot about the sunlight deal. It slipped my mind. So I'm gonna be honest. Half of them are probably scattered here, and some may be out of the cat house.
She just shakes her head, grabs your wrench, and heads downstairs.
Wait, no, you're not supposed to take the wrench.
Knowing you've probably hidden it in some of the infrastructure.
You can't just break down my place.
You can't just expect me to walk out into the sunlight.
No, you're supposed to do that path at night, preferably. That's how that works.
Yeah, and I'm sure the horse is gonna wait around. The horse has eaten 5 of the paper apples by now, by the way.
Oh, that was supposed to be for a challenge part.
So yeah, the scavenger hunt is a big disaster.
Yeah. The funniest part is, I would have, Charlotte would order one of them to put it right in front of Raichi, so when she wakes up, she sees the note. But the first note was glued, and that's the final note behind it.
So the first note is the final note.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but Raichi isn't smart enough to figure that out.
Oh, I know. That's the best part.
Anyway, with that, we will wrap this session up. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.